So over the past few days, I've been sick. And what the hell happens on the farm when the farm owner is sick? Whew, I'm so glad, guys. I'm so glad that I actually managed to get the farm to a point where it can run 100% independently of me. Right now, we are able to run the farm even when I'm sick, even if the manager got sick, even if one of the guys on the farm got sick, I'm able to run the farm 100% independently of me. Now, of course, I look better right now. I've gained a bit of energy. I'm still taking treatment. And recently, I don't know what has happened to me. I'm getting more bouts of sickness than I used to get when I was younger. It's been a weird past few years. I've been getting maybe 2-3 bouts of malaria every year, which is very unusual. But then also, I think I understand it a little bit. I feel like I'm overworking myself. And me being a doctor, understand that when you overwork yourself and you get your body quite stressed, it's inevitable that you're going to fall sick because your immunity falls down. So I understand that a little bit. But of course, also, I'm in a wild area and yeah, there's a lot of mosquitoes. I was sick of malaria. Now, I understand that a lot of people in the West, when you think of malaria, you think that everyone who gets malaria is going to die. Well, for us over here, malaria is so common, and we understand that almost everyone who gets malaria recovers from it. Well, unfortunately, my mother died from malaria, but I didn't think I was going to die. Now, yesterday, while I was feeling unwell, the guys brought me a sugar cane. You know, this is a sugar cane that we had planted on the farm. It's the first of the sugar canes we harvested on the farm. We planted them along this line at the back of the chicken house, you know. This is the chicken houses we have. Somewhere at the top. I think I should move there and show them to you. Here they are. You can see them. You can see some sugar canes planted along this line. You know, it's quite crazy that when you do plant these things, you imagine that it's going to take forever to grow. You will never eat them. But here they were. You know, we planted them a few years back. I don't know if it was even a few years, maybe a year or so back when I just moved here. And they grew. And take a look at this, guys. We have some maize. It's totally not the time to harvest maize. But these past few months have been quite weird. Yeah? So if someone had actually planted maize, they would be harvesting. Take a look at it. Right now, it should be a very dry season. But we have maize up, you know. These are just a few things, a few seedlings that we left here and decided to not get rid of them. You can see our banana plantation right here, yeah. And this place is quite bushy, which is not a good thing. The guys have tried to keep the place around the chicken house quite clean, but this is quite bushy. So I think they're going to need to work on it to make sure that it's a little bit more cleared so that the environment is cleaner. So one of the advantages of actually living on the farm is I think it's the perfect place to get ill from because it makes the recovery a little bit swifter. The place is really quiet. I don't have a lot of stress and soothing things around. So I, of course, had to take care of myself, you know, make sure that I'm eating because, you know, when you're ill, you need a lot of eating. You need to make sure that you're drinking so that you're not dehydrated, so that you give the body the best opportunity for it to fight off the disease. So I had to make sure that I do a lot of the things myself, you know, get up even when I'm feeling very weak and clean the utensils and do, you know, the work around the house, which I actually managed to do, but it also gave me a very lovely environment. For example, I have a lot of food available to me right here. Yesterday when I wasn't feeling well, I just told the guys and they slaughtered a chicken for me, barbecued it. It was a very lovely meal. I have an auntie who stays around who has cattle, so they can provide me with milk, you know, fresh milk, with no water, with no nothing, direct from the cow, and I just prepare it and I'll have it. And as you can see, the fruits, you know, I have some bananas right here, so I can get to feed myself and ensure that my health recovers. And also yesterday, while I wasn't feeling well, we got a delivery, another delivery. So you guys do understand that I'm trying to pile up a bit of feed on the farm because feed is one of the hugest expenses that you will ever have on the farm. So right now the prices of maize have really come down. Maize brand is really down. So the cost is really low, really low. I have 2 chicken houses that you can see right there, 1 and 2, and I have another batch that is growing up. But even with a new batch that's growing up, I'm still very profitable right now, despite the fact that my birds in the second chicken house still haven't even hit peak production, you know. They're probably at around 60% in terms of production. They haven't hit peak production, but I'm still very profitable. So why? Because the cost of production is low. So I want to make sure that I keep it that way, so that even when the prices of feeds go up, for me it is still low. I can keep quite an amount in my pocket. So as you can see right here, yesterday we were offloading quite an amount of maize bran. Let's get into the store, guys, so that you can see. As you can see, our store is quite full. It's getting a bit more full with time, and it's better organized, as you can see. So literally this entire space you see here is maize bran. This should be about 12-13 tons of maize bran. Yeah, you can see. Now some of it is not on pallets. As you can see, this one over here we've placed on pallets, but some of it right here is not on pallets, which is completely not right. But it's not going to remain permanently there. Since the maize bran was delivered just yesterday, we need to make sure that we place it outside and have it dry. Yeah, we need to place it on tarpaulins. We have some tarpaulins inside here, as you can see. This is a tarpaulin. Yeah, so we have tarpaulins inside here, and we'll get it out, place it outside so that it dries, and then we are having a bit more pallets being made, as you can see. So we have this section over here has maize. All this that you see here is maize, and this is maize that we've already dried, properly dried, and we place it on the bags right here, as you can see. So these pallets right here, we need to make a little bit more of them, just like this. This is maize that we haven't dried very well, so each and every day we take up a bit of bags and place them on the outside and have them dry. This is also a bit more maize, but this one is broken maize. And I think the place is actually quite spacious. I'm quite surprised by how much we have inside here, because I think we already have over 40 tons of just maize and maize bran inside here, and there's still quite a lot of space. You can even see the limestone right there. Okay, so I'll show you guys some of the maize that we've placed on the outside to dry. I don't know if you can see, there is a tarpaulin right there. I'll just zoom into it. You see the tarpaulin right down there. So that's maize that we placed down, but it wasn't very dry. So we decided that instead of just picking it out, we'll just cover it. And so today we can just open it up and spread it out so that it dries. And just in case you're wondering how the hell I managed to get my farm to a point where it can run even when I'm weak and I'm not feeling fine like today, guys, it's about systems. It's simply about systems, yeah? It's about systems, and it's not about the people. It's simply about making sure that you place the farm in such a position where it's run by a system. Of course, for me to get to this point, it really helped that I had a good manager. It really helped that I had a good manager, because they made it stable in such a way that I can then develop systems because the person is there. But right now that we've set in place the systems, then anyone really can run the farm. Anyone can run the farm, and that's the goal, yeah? So now it doesn't matter where I decide to go and start a farm, because I've understood the systems and I've put in place systems. I can just make sure that anyone who has managerial skills can run the farm. Anyone who can work as a laborer can work inside the house, and the farm will still literally produce the same results that it was producing before, yeah? So that really excites me, knowing that if I left the farm for any reason, maybe I want to go on a one-year holiday, I don't need to be worried that the farm is going to collapse, because then it's independent of me. Remember that for me, the main reason I did the farm right here was to do it as a business. My goal was to do it as a business. My goal was never to just do it for fun and, you know, just to get my hands involved. No, I wanted a business, and the whole idea of a business is that the business should be able to run independently of you. If the business is still running and it's 100% dependent on you, then it's not a business, it's just another form of employment. And it even becomes a worse form of employment, because then you have so many roles to do in the business, unlike a place where you are just employed by someone else and you only have 1 or 2 roles inside the company or organization. Here you just have everything, and it just becomes too burdensome. So I'm so glad, and in case you're wondering what the hell these systems are, I think they're quite complicated to just talk about in the channel. In April, when the Farm Up Academy comes live, come on, just go check it out. This is life-changing stuff, guys. This is life-changing stuff. If you understand this, you literally can never fail if you understand these systems. So, again, I'm already feeling quite weak. You've noticed I kept changing my arms. I think it's because my arms can't sustain holding the camera for a very long time, because they are still quite weak. Yeah, honestly still quite weak, so I probably need to go and take breakfast. It's morning. I've been taking a walk around. We're going to be doing a bit of construction on the farm right now, by the way, but one of the chicken houses doesn't have a sick bay. Yeah, one of the chicken houses doesn't have a sick bay. Another one does have, but the other doesn't have a sick bay, so we want to make sure that we don't mix the two sick bays. So we're going to build a sick bay right there, and I can see that the guys have arrived. Also, we want to put a shed right here. You can see the place where the guys sleep. It's right there in the background. So we want to put a shed right here because there is no place for them to sit at and work from if they don't want to enter their place. So I want to open, you know, an open place where they can sit even when it's raining and work from. Maybe it's sorting out the eggs, just relaxing, where they don't need to do it from the inside, because as you can see, we just have a few trees around the area and those are not very helpful. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, smash the notification bell. Catch you very soon with another video. Lots of love. Bye-bye.